大家好，我是 Joe Creator. 今天我们会听多找 Jay Lun, and that's right, more Jay Chou. So today's song is 床边故事, also known as Bedtime Stories. I'm very excited for this one. Many people recommend me so many different Jay Chou songs. This is one that gets recommended a lot. I have some comments here that people have made about the song. Let's get ourselves invested in what we're going to be listening to. The last comment I thought was interesting in English is that this American guy says he can't speak Mandarin, but he's loved Jay Chou for 13 years. And this is his favorite song by him. I find that quite interesting because it just shows that you don't even need to understand Mandarin and what Jay's necessarily singing to understand the feeling and the meaning of his songs. So guys, just before we get into the song, I've got something to announce. We have a giveaway today. I've got 2 NTH 100 Rode headphones to be giving away today. To be in with the chance to win them, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what your own personal music aspirations are, or leave a comment just about Jay Chou's song that we're going to listen to and your opinions on it. I will announce on the channel when we have a winner and get in touch with the winners personally to make sure that we can get these 2 goodies to you both. So without further ado, let's listen. I like it. It's setting the scene really nicely. Nice. Okay. The intro is very strong because it focused on introducing the main motif but also setting the scene. Obviously, we know what the song is about from the title, and it really pushes this because I feel like he's made you feel like you're sort of in bed, in a bedroom. You have the wind howling outside with the sound of an owl sort of cooing. You have these plinky sounds, which sound sort of like a music box, you know, that you might have had in your room when you were a child playing sort of lullabies or something. I'm interested to see where the lyrics go from here, but initially I don't really like that synthesizer that comes in with this sort of repetitive melody. Just not really a big fan of that sound design or its use, to be honest. This synth is much better here. Catchy melody for the chorus, and that other synth is like a bit of a counter melody. Yes! I love this harpsichord here. Oh my god, it's so good now. This post-chorus is perfect. Good transition as well. Okay, didn't expect that. So different. Yes. Yeah, now we return to something familiar. Love his little vocal inflections there. Again, it's really good. Yes. Yeah, back to the harpsichord. I like the vocal layering there. You have the octave below as well. Oh yeah, and that's a bit creepy. Again, that is definitely like a music box. 100%. I like that it returns to the same format as the intro. So, what did I think? I think that this song is 60% good, 30% awesome, and 10% not so good. That's my split of what happens in this song. So I'll just start with what's good, okay? So I really like the setting of the song. Jay does really, really good work in just picking relatable topics to do. Some of the topics that he picks, people might consider a little bit strange. Like the topic of this song is strange. When people think of something that's relatable, they might think of, oh, a love story or a story about, the general hardships of life or work or something like that. But this one, Bedtime Stories, is something that everybody can sort of relate to because everybody's been told a story when they were a child. But he does it in a very theatrical way and a very catchy way as well. It really envelops the meaning of just like good pop music. And I'll go with the lyrics here as well. Like the lyrics are very good, very creative, and the flow in the verses is also top notch, to be honest. He does a good job of making the chorus quite catchy, not just throughout the melody, which uses very simple but effective melody. It's very easy to follow, but you also have little bits like here we have Urs E followed by some words, and this stuff, it just brings everyone's brain back to something that they can hang on to during that chorus. It just ends on a little cream on top. You have some oohing and whatever. So that's what's good. What I think is great comes from one, the harpsichord. I love this harpsichord. These vocal chops are pretty cool as well, but I just love that harpsichord. Again, it really, really fits this theme, even though it's a little bit more conceptual than just putting in like a music box sound. The way that the song builds up, I think that just fits so well, and it's used like amazingly. I would never think to do something like that in this kind of song. The other bit that I really think is great is the other few sections where we also have different sort of changes. We have this bit where we bring in the acoustic guitar and everything slows down. And this works so well because we have a chord progression here that really, really actually fits the guitar. So we got this being just played on the strings here. So that just follows like this A minor, but just we start with that A and then G, F, E. So that's really interesting because you can play that on guitar like this. You also have this other bit where we move into this galloping triplet rhythm just for a short period of time, and we also have some different and stronger harmonies being played here. And this is really good because you have these strong harmonies here. You have the same bass notes, but then you also have this rising harmony. And did I mention the harpsichord? It really is a post-chorus crescendo. So the 10% of the things that I didn't like. This song is 6 years old, and I think that the synthesizers that are used for the melodies and counter melodies don't really hold up to today, just on the feel of them. They don't feel old and worn enough to feel like a nice vintage synthesizer, but they also don't feel crisp and clean enough to feel like a more modern design synthesizer either. It sits in this weird in-betweeny, and in the chorus it's fine because it's used as a counter melody and put behind quite a lot of other layers, but in the build up to that chorus, when we just have this, like not great. And then for the chorus we have. But as I say, that's okay because it's layered behind a load of stuff, but this is just repetitive and a bit boring. The only other thing that I don't like about this song is that these great parts, in my opinion, are too short. I know that this is a pop song. I know that you can't hang around forever, but I feel like you have these snippets, these concepts that aren't fully explored. They just sort of cut to it and then cut back to the chorus or whatever. The transitions are good, but I would like to see a bit more movement, maybe a little bit more build. But then again, that's pretty difficult to do without building like a 7-minute song, which I don't think Jay Chou really wants to go for, with this being a bit more of a single and a bit more of a pop song. So maybe there's nothing that he can do about that, but maybe let's have an extended cut where he can really flesh out these ideas, because I'd prefer that. So anyway, that is my opinion on 床边故事, and I hope you enjoyed listening. Please leave a comment what song to do next. Is this one of your favorites, or do you still prefer his older stuff? Let me know, and I will see you all next time. 再见 and bye bye.